Hello, King of Avalon people. This is Kalangom from the Kingdom for 163, and I'm here today to talk about the black market. This is a interesting auction. It is a second price auction, a sold envelope second price auction, as we call that in game theory. And the interesting thing about this auction is that the amount that you're bidding only determines whether you're going to win the auction or not. But your bid does not determine the price that you pay for it. So the price that you're going to pay is the second highest bid. Okay. So I'm placing one bid here. I tried to do that in a video before, but then I screwed it up, so I started a little over, and now it's taking too long here to finish this one. But here I placed my bid. Okay, 1,000 gold for this 300 Ceresite. Okay. And when I go here on the history, it's going to show that there is a similar one. Yeah, there we go. Here, this one. Okay, so this one, it's for 300 Ceresite, is the same thing. Here it's showing that the bid was 1,000. That was my bid. It was not his bid. Okay? And I know that because I won an auction before. So I know that this is not his bid. He bid something more than that, and I don't know how much that was. Okay, but what happens is you pay the fee of 10 gold for placing the bid. Okay? And then you're going to place a amount that you're willing to pay for it. And then that amount, if that is the highest amount, so for instance, if this guy put there 1,200 gold, okay, he would win, as he won. He would pay the second highest bid, which was 1,000, and that's the one that shows up here. Okay. So what's going to determine if you win the auction, what's going to determine how much you pay is not your bid, it's someone else's bid. And the strategy, the ideal strategy behind that is that you do not want to place a bid that is more than what you were willing to pay for it. And here's the reason why. Suppose that I was only willing to pay 1,000 gold for this one, which is the bid that I put in there. Okay? If I said no, but I really want to win it, so I'm going to put 1,500 instead. And then let's say that this guy put 1,400 there, but I didn't really want to put 1,400 there, and I have very good reason not to do that. But let's say that he put the 1,400 and placed the 1,500. I'm going to win. I'm going to pay 1,400 for that plus the 10 gold fee, and I'm not going to be happy about it. I'm going to look at that and say, hey, wait a minute, I was better off not paying that much. I didn't want to pay that much. Okay, so I'm going to regret. So that's not a good thing. You don't want to place anything more than what you're willing to pay for it. And if you're willing to pay more than 1,000 gold for it, then you should do it. That as well. You should bid the exact amount that you're willing to pay for it, and that is because it's what I call a dominant strategy. Because if you see that you're willing to pay more than what you bid for, and then someone else bid in between of what you wanted and what you were willing to pay, then you're going to look at that and say, aha, I lost it, but I could have won it and paid that amount that the person put in there. So that is, it's not a good strategy to deviate from what you're actually willing to pay for this stuff. Here, yeah, we don't have anything extremely interesting right now. Sometimes you have one thing that you can get here if you're willing to pay the gold for it. Go back here. Is the Dragon Spirit scrolls. So this is gear that you can't get with your regular coins, and if you're willing to sink the gold to buy those scrolls and upgrade that gear, then here is one way to get it. Yeah, without using, without buying a package. I mean, they don't even offer the package for me anymore, so I don't know if they're out. But that's one way to get it. So if you're willing to get scrolls for your Dragon Spirit gear, here's a good way to get it. The intensity crystals is just, the intensity crystals are just not worth it. The gold, I mean, I collect them on the Dragon Spirit when I do that. But when you go here to the marketplace, you can get the intensity crystal level 4 for 960, which is way cheaper than buying that stuff at the auctions and then putting them together. It's like way cheaper, and not even. You're better off just pressing this refresh for 5 gold until you get what you want here. That's how much cheaper it is. Now, I did mention about the not the armory. One here. Let's go to blacksmith. Okay. You can get equipment materials here. You can buy them with gold directly. So if I go here and I place the 300, 300, okay, it's going to give me that it costs me 1,200 gold to get those 300, which was the same thing that was going on in the auction. And I'll be paying the 10 gold fee to place a bet there, and then I have just a chance of getting it. Okay, so it's not a good strategy to place a bid that it's higher than 1,190 gold for those materials. When you have 300, sometimes you find 50 materials auctions there as well. So the cost of getting 50 here is 200. So you should not be bidding more than 190 gold on those, because you can just spend the gold directly, and you can get the materials that you want here, and with no risk whatsoever. So it is definitely an auction that if you're looking for the materials to forge something, I mean, just don't bid more than this there. It's silly. Just pay the gold for them here directly. And again, you can get materials from some other places as well. So, I mean, it's probably the one thing that I have the most options. I mean, you can kill monsters and get them. You can go here to the alchemist corner, and here on the equipment, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom. But let's come on. And you can scrap all of those scrolls that you're not going to forge anyway, and you can get those coupons, and then you can use those coupons to exchange them for the scrolls of the stuff that you actually want. But since everybody's looking for Death Seeker now, what you probably want is one of these. The stuff that you actually need to forge is those 4 materials. You need large quantities of those. You can get them at the trial shops, even though I would prefer to get hero fragments instead. But here, 7 coins for 1. You can get them in Spire loot. You can get them Small material chest, up to 100 in a day. Not at the end and that trader, but you can get the Conquest shop when this Conquest. Now that this Conquest is going on, you'll be able to get some here. Yeah, small material chest. You can get them in the Spirit store. Yeah, let me go on equipment and item list. Yeah, so you can get them here. Animal hide, pine, cerussite, and bronze. Where is the bronze? Bronze here up top. This weird order that they have. But you can get them. It costs you 10 spirit coins for each one of those. So yeah, so you can get with gold, Spire, Alchemist, Morling, Spirit Store, the black market, and sometimes it also shows up at the marketplace. Same thing that those spirit crystals that I mentioned about. So you have a lot of options of where to get it, and this the black market it's one of them. Just make sure that you don't overbid on those, because up to a certain point it's not worth it. So I placed this 1,000 because that's how much I'm willing to gamble the 10 gold to actually get it. But then if I get it, then you get it for a good deal. I saw some people got a very good deal earlier today. But that bid is, if I win, that's not how much I'm going to pay. Yeah, let's see here, scroll down, scroll further down. Yeah, this one was a very good deal. Look at this guy. But that's for his soul clay. Yes, see, this one got here 300 animal hide, 902 gold. I mean, that's significant savings compared to buying with gold directly. And yeah, and see this one, Killer Kelly from Kingdom 133. Yeah, you could have paid less for it if you paid with gold directly. So there you go. It is. I mean, that's a fine example. This is another one. Paid more than it's worth it. Buying directly. So, I mean, I'm not willing to do that. So some people do it. But sometimes you get. Yeah, look at this one, 600, 4,300. I mean, that's a good deal. So sometimes you can give it a try, and if you're lucky, you can get a good deal. But most people overbid. Just make sure that you don't overbid yourself. I mean, gold. If you're not a spender, then you have to be very strategic about what you do with your gold, and that is one thing to be strategic about. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I did cover every single way that you can get the materials, except for you can try to get. Actually, let me go over this one as well. If you there are some things that you can go on the Spire loot that you can get, and you can scrap it at the Spirit store, get the Spirit coins, and then buy what you actually want at the Spirit store. And the one thing that is going to give you the best conversion of crystals to Spirit coins is the Noble Badge. The Noble Badge costs you 30,100, and it gives you 196 Spirit coins. If you want to get something like Assault Power or Guardian Power, you're better off getting the Noble Badge, scrapping the Noble Badge, and buying the Assault Power and the Guardian Power from the Spirit Store using your Spirit Coins, then buying them here directly. But if you want materials, if you want all 4 types of materials, it is cheaper to get them here as the small materials chest. Small material chest, 1530. If you want to get 100 of each material by buying the noble badge, scrapping them, and then buying them using spirit coins at the Spirit Store, it's going to cost you 1,535 crystals per 4 materials. If you need all 4 of them, then this is better. If you want one particular type of material, not the other 3, then you're better off getting the noble badge, scrapping them, and then using the spirit coins to get the materials. That is going to give you because then some of the materials that you'll be getting at the materials chest, you don't actually need it, so you can so it's going to spend a little bit more per material, but you're getting the material that you want. So you're better off getting the noble badge, scrapping it, and then getting the materials in the Spirit Store. The second best conversion that you will get is from the raw Valor gemstone, and that's because roughly 6.5 coins per each 1,000 crystals using the noble badge, 6.17 coins per 1,000 crystals if you're scraping the raw Valor gemstone. Okay? And then one other thing that you can scrap there is the prestige banner, but then it's not even close. It's like 3.8 for each 1,000 crystals, so you're better off scraping something else if that's what you're doing. But yeah, I know noble badge. Those are all stuff that you need. Noble badge to upgrade your buildings beyond the level 30. The prestige banners to, of course, apply to the buildings, and the Valor gemstones. They're cheaper than using refining stones to upgrade your current gemstones. So not that much of a big difference, but that's all stuff you need. So you have to be careful about not overdoing it. That's it. I hope that you guys liked my advice. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel and like the video, and also leave a comment, and I'll see you later. Thank you. Have a great day.